CLC රන් ණය.
හදිස්සියට පරිස්සම්ම ණය. සෙනසුරාදට විවෘතයි.
It is no secret that Sri Lanka is going through an economic crunch. Foreign reserves are down to around 1.5 billion US dollars. The government was pushed towards removing price controls. And now, the price of goods and commodities are the highest the island has experienced for some time. In this backdrop, Sri Lanka struck a deal with Iran to pay outstanding fuel bills in Ceylon tea. The sum involved is 250,925,169 US dollars, which is an outstanding from the Ceylon Petroleum Corporation. Despite the timing of the move, this is not a measure implemented to address the country's dollar shortage. But it sure helps. Sources say that the barter deal with Iran had been in the making for past 3 years. A memorandum of understanding in this regard was signed yesterday by the Minister of Plantations Dr. Ramesh Patirana and Deputy Minister of Industry, Mine and Trade of Iran, Ali Reza Payman-Pak. Iran had been among the top importing countries of Ceylon tea for the past several decades. In Iran, Ceylon tea had a market share of around 47% in 2016. But that dropped to around 25% in 2020 and has remained static since. This has been due to economic sanctions imposed by the US in 2012 on Iran, resulting in banking restrictions, payment problems, and depreciation of the Iranian rial. This meant Sri Lankan tea exporters found it difficult to receive the export proceeds from Iranian buyers. As such, through yesterday's MOU, the country will be able to pay its outstanding fuel debt to Iran without touching Sri Lanka's little foreign reserves. Under the agreement, 5 million US dollars worth of Ceylon tea will be supplied to Iran. The procedure will be followed through until Sri Lanka settles the entire sum of around $250 million while reimbursing the Sri Lanka tea exporters in Sri Lankan rupees. The Ministry of Plantation says that the scheme will not violate any UN or US sanctions since the tea has been categorized as a food item under humanitarian grounds, while none of the blacklisted Iranian banks will be involved in the equation.
Firstly, we try to settle the balance for the purchases of fuel that we have brought over a period of time by sending Ceylon tea to your country. So we settled the loan, and also in the process we try to strengthen the market share again, which is something very important for Ceylon tea. And also on the other hand, we knew that because of the sanctions, we couldn't settle the dues in dollar terms, but also it's mutually benefiting. Even though we don't get foreign revenue in dollar terms, it's important that we strengthen our market share and also we strengthen the bilateral relationship between two countries. So, and also on long-term basis, we expect the sanctions would be lifted and relaxed, so we should be able to send more tea to your country. Currently, we send tea to your country through different channels. So we are expecting to send more tea on top of what we send now during next months. So over a period of 4 years, we try to settle $250 million, and we expect, if possible, to send more tea to your country. That effect would be trickled down to the Sri Lankan growers. But unfortunately, because of turbulent times that we experience, economic and otherwise in most of the Middle Eastern countries, our market share and also our market prices were little affected. So most of the importing countries, including Iran, Iraq, Turkey, Syria, all those countries were unfortunately going through a lot of civil issues. So we expect to see a better day tomorrow. We hope that sanity would prevail in the Middle Eastern countries so that we will have a better market for our Ceylon tea. And also we are looking at improving the quality production. So government of this country is providing all the assistance to the tea growers of this country because it's a vital element in Sri Lankan economy. Nearly 2 million people of this country are directly and indirectly involved with the Ceylon tea sales and the plantation sector.
However, not everyone is happy with the move, especially the Planters Association. Reuters quoted chairman of the Planters Association, Roshan Rajadure, as saying that this mode of transaction is a plaster solution by the government. He had further expressed discontent, saying that it doesn't necessarily benefit exporters as they will be paid in rupees, circumventing the free market, and it provides no real value to them.